Hi, Oakley. Hi, Noah. Granny's here for another story time. How are you boys doing? You okay? Granny misses you something awful. We have a book today all about a little boy called Leo. Leo's very special. This is because Leo is a ghost. How much fun is this going to be? Let's take a little look. This is Leo. Can you see Leo? I can't see him anywhere. Most people don't see him because he's a ghost. Can you see little boy here? I don't see him anywhere. We'll keep looking. Oh, here he is. You can see Leo because you're special. Leo is underneath the table. It's a bit of an odd place to be, but he's reading a book, and honestly, there is no odd place to read a book. You read a book wherever you want to read a book, okay? Okay. He's sitting there under the table, getting some peace and quiet, reading his book. For many years, Leo lived by himself in a house on the edge of the city, reading books, sounds like my kind of place, and drawing pictures in the dust. And here he is, reading a book. Look. Lovely big window with all this light coming through so he can see his book better. And here we have a rocking horse. And there's a train track on the floor. This must be Leo's bed. Oh, he's got a teddy. You've got lots of teddies, haven't you? Lots and lots. Do you have a favourite teddy? Yeah? Maybe you can show Granny next time. And then there's more books up here on the mantelpiece. It's got lots of books. And a yacht. I guess he maybe takes it to the pond and goes boating. Ooh, this is Leo's house. One day in spring, a family moved in. Oh my goodness. So this is the new family. This is Mum and a little boy or girl. Maybe Dad. He's a puppy dog, just like Rogue. And they're moving all of their furniture in. See, they've got the sofa. It's a nice big house with lots of lovely trees. Leo was glad to have some company. On the family's first night, he made them mint tea and honey. He made the mint tea and honey toast. That sounds really nice. Leo thought he was being a good host. Look, clever Leo, he's made this mint tea and honey toast. But the dog and the cat are, what is going on? And the people who moved into the house, they couldn't see Leo because Leo's a ghost. So all they could see was the tray with the mint tea and the honey toast floating through the air. Oh my goodness. Dad's hanging a picture. He's like, what is this floating through the air? Mum is unpacking and what is this floating through the air? And their little boy is playing with a car. He's like, what is that floating through the air? Look, Pussycat's hiding in the box. The family saw things very differently. They hid in the bathroom and locked the door. Oh my goodness. This house is haunted, said the mum. Gary, I'm scared, said the woman. I hate tea, said the boy, and I hate ghosts. Oh, he doesn't sound like a very nice boy, does he? This is them in the bath. They did not know that Leo was floating above the tub. Here he is up here. And heard everything they said. Oh. The family called in a scientist, a clergyman, and a psychic to get rid of the ghost. But they should have saved their money. Leo knew he was unwanted. He said goodbye to his home and left. There he is, look, waving bye-bye. Poor Leo. I have been a house ghost all of my life, said Leo. Maybe I would like being a roaming ghost for a while. So Leo roamed. Here he is, roaming off down the street, look, in amongst the trees. Leo saw the city and the people who lived there. Nobody saw Leo. Look at all the cars and the high buildings. The city was not like Leo remembered it. Some places were wonderful. Some places were a little scary. Everywhere it was so noisy. Leo went to a street corner where his favourite candy store used to be. Now nothing was there. "Excuse me," he asked a police officer. "Do you know where?" And the officer walked right through him. Police officer has a dog. Look, this is more like Rogue. This is a Rogue dog, this is. There's a police officer and she walked right through Leo. There was an afternoon when Leo found himself roaming along a sidewalk covered in drawings. He came across a girl holding chalk in her hand. Look at all the drawings the girl has done on the ground. This one's a dragon. And this looks like a dog on a horse. And here's a yacht, just like Leo's one. Pussycat, sun. And this is an upside down castle. Can you see it? Yeah, there you go, look. Everything's the right way up now. The girl looked up and stared straight at Leo. "I'm Jane," she said. "What's your name?" It was so strange to be looked at that at first Leo said nothing. Finally he replied, "Well, I'm Leo." Jane nodded. "Leo, do you want to play Knights of the Round Table?" "Yes," said Leo, "because he did." "Good," said Jane. "First you have to get knighted by the king." "Who is the king?" Leo asked. "I am," said Jane. "That's why I'm wearing this crown on my head." Leo looked at her head. He didn't see a crown. Still, he kneeled down and was knighted on the spot. Oh my goodness, Sir Leo. Leo and Jane sat at a table. "Sir Leo," said Jane, "meet Sir Ruffs, a loyal dog. Don't you think he looks handsome in his armour?" "Yes," said Leo. He bowed at an empty chair. "And Sir Leo," said Jane, "this is Sir Muse, a loyal cat. Don't you find his whiskers wise-looking?" "I do," said Leo, and he bowed again. "And finally," said Jane, "this is Sir Squawks." Leo interrupted. "A loyal bird?" "No," Jane frowned. "Sir Squawks is a giant hamster." "Oh," said Leo, "well, I'm not wearing my glasses." Didn't have his glasses on. Jane squinted at the chair. "I guess," she said. "Jane," a woman's voice from another room, "tell your imaginary friends goodbye and come down to dinner." "Fine," said Jane. She turned to Leo. "My mum doesn't think imaginary friends are worthwhile, but I think they're great." And with that, she stood up and went to the kitchen. Leo felt awful. "She thinks I'm imaginary," he thought. "If I tell her I'm a ghost, I'll scare her away." After dinner, Jane returned to her room and gave Leo a sword. They snuck into a cave, slew a dragon, and stole all his loot. When Leo closed his eyes, he could almost see the gold coins and the green scales. After a glorious feast, it was time for bed. Jane gave Leo a pillow and a sheet. "Don't tell Sir Ruffs," she said, "but you are my best imaginary friend." "Yes," said Leo. He was so happy he couldn't sleep. Look at him lying in his bed, so happy he has a real friend. Leo went to the living room so he wouldn't wake Jane with his rustling. All night he lay on the floor designing his coat of arms. And so Leo was awake when a sneak thief climbed through the window. "Halt!" cried Leo, but the thief passed through him on his way to the silverware. Later, Leo would not be able to say where the idea came from. He threw the bedsheet over himself and flew at the thief, who was so frightened he dropped all of the salad forks. Leo chased the man into a closet, then slammed the door shut and locked him inside. It was all very well done. The sound of the door woke Jane, who called the police and roused her mother. A squad car came and hauled the man off to jail, and that was that. Thanks, said Jane. You're welcome, said Leo. I'm glad I could help. But Leo, said Jane, if you're my imaginary friend, how did you scare that robber? Leo looked down at the carpet. Jane, I told you a lie. I'm actually a ghost. I said I was your imaginary friend, but I'm not. I'm just your real friend. Oh, said Jane. Well, that's even better. And they went to the kitchen to have mint tea and honey toast at midnight. There's Leo, happy with his friend. Was that a good book? It was a little odd, a bit unusual, about a ghost or imaginary friend. Your Aunt Claire used to have imaginary friends when she was little. Maybe they were ghosts too. I hope you enjoyed Storytime, boys. I'll see you soon. Love you both. Mwah. Bye for now.